Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. My name is Helen and I am so happy that you have found your way to me, whether you are coming back on my channel or whether you are here for the first time. I am thrilled to have you here. Now, today we are going to be doing a very sweet little supportive pick a card reading, which are going to be all about the supportive messages that your spirit guides want to give you right now so that you could have an easier time with dealing with your current circumstances and moving forward towards your highest good. Now, I do quickly want to apologize for the sun rays that you can see, these stripes that you can see on my desk. It is such a nuisance. The whole day has been rainy and cloudy, and just as I sat down to film, the sun came out. So yeah, nothing really I can do about that, but hopefully it is going to, it's going to be steady soon so that, you know, you would see the cards okay and the table wouldn't be all stripy. But anyway, so as you can see, we have three piles, and the three piles go as follows. We have the first pile with this smoky quartz over here. We have the second pile with the Unakite gemstone, and the third pile with the peach moonstone. So these are the three piles that you get to choose from today. Take your time, there is no rush. Whenever you are ready, you can find the timestamps linked in the description box as well as in the comment section down below. If you need more time, if you want to meditate on the piles, or if you want to kind of really take the time to listen to your intuition and tap into what your gut is telling you, that's fine. You can pause the video and take as much time as you need. And whenever you're ready, again, you can find the timestamp and jump to your reading. It's also absolutely fine if you want to watch more than one pile, feel free to do so. It may be that your circumstances are kind of more complex or more layered, and you may be needing several messages regarding several different circumstances or situations in your life, maybe in like different areas or something like that. So yeah, if you feel drawn towards several piles, then you know, again, feel free to watch as many as you like. But again, take your time, and when you are ready, I will see you guys in your reading. Hello, pile number one. You guys chose the Smoky Quartz, and this is actually such a great stone for relieving stress and kind of really letting go of any negative energy. That's why I keep it on this desk most of the time. Some of you may have actually noticed it. It's usually over here, but I felt called to use it for one of the piles. So yeah, this is why we are using this stone specifically. Now, before we get into the cards, I just quickly want to tell you to, again, keep in mind that this is still a general reading. So if anything that I'm saying, if any of the messages coming through are not resonating with your current circumstances, please don't try and force anything to fit. Only take the parts that truly resonate and leave everything else behind, okay? If you do want a personal reading with me, you can check the description box. You'll be able to find my shop link over there. You can book a reading with me. I would love to do a personal reading for you. So if you're interested, definitely check out the link down below. But let's get into it. Pile number one, very exciting stuff. So we're going to start off with, let me put those over here. We're going to start off with these two cards first. Actually, I'm going to put them out of the frame just because otherwise they'll be really distracting. Okay, so starting off with these two cards over here, we're going to have a look at what is going on with you right now, what kind of situation you find yourself in. So let's see. Okay, we have firm foundation. Wow. And financial and material changes. So you're getting kind of like two consecutive cards. This is kind of like the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles in traditional tarot. So yeah, it seems to me that definitely the energy that you are in right now has something to do with your security, with either your home or your work or your, you know, something to do with your career or your creative projects. There seems to be some kind of shift happening in that, which may actually be also one of the reasons why you felt drawn to the smoky quartz especially, because it could be that at this time you may be going through very, very difficult, very stressful, very anxious, like a very anxious period, just because I feel like the kind of situation or the energy that you have been in for a long time is now starting to change. It's starting to shift, and it may be causing you a lot of uncertainty and a lot of like doubt, especially in the face of like, where is this going? What is going to be happening next? What can I do to keep myself kind of grounded and steady? It feels like something to do with either your home base or any kind of situation that offers you security. So again, take it as it resonates. For some of you, it could be that you are having to move, or that you're having to sell your place of residence. For others of you, it could be that you have to leave a job that you have been working at for a long time, or it could be that it could even be a relationship for some of you. Although, as I said, because of the physical nature of these cards, it more so feels like something to do with finances, something to do with your material possessions. So yeah, very unsteady time for you right now, pile number one. And it definitely makes you feel, I feel like it's triggering a lot of fears in you that might actually be rooted deep, deep down in your childhood already, or some kind of very deeply buried fears that you have. I feel like those are really being kind of challenged and triggered right now, especially with this firm foundation card. I'm kind of getting the sense that you may be like a Cancer, or you may be an earth sign, so Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Those kind of signs are coming through the strongest, simply because I feel like, yeah, it's like I feel like your sense of security is being tested and challenged at this time, and you're really having to kind of figure out how you're going to move forward, what kind of steps to take. And I almost get this like analysis paralysis a bit with you, where it's like because you don't know, because you feel so unsafe and not so insecure about your current situation. And that's why you are kind of having a very, very hard time dealing with that and finding this inner strength in you to keep kind of pushing forward and moving forward. Because again, I'm getting the sense that you may be the kind of person who really needs a lot of security and a lot of control over situations. And right now it feels like the type of overview and the type of security that you are after is something that you're not able to have. And it's really, again, it's really like triggering you. It's really pushing a lot of buttons. But at the same time, I feel like this is a huge growing lesson for you. So these are pretty much like growing pains, I feel, that you are going through right now, because you are stepping into another level wherever you are in your life. It doesn't really matter, but there is a step up on your journey. You are moving into new energy and you are leveling up in something in your life. Yeah. Very, very uncertain, very like anxious energy coming through over here, pile number one. So, oh boy, yeah, this feels kind of like difficult to deal with. So I'm very sorry if you are resonating with these energies. But let's look at what kind of messages your spirit guides want to give you at this time, how they want to support you. Let's see. Oh my goodness, yeah, 10 of Wands, absolutely. We have I think it's the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is a new deck, so I kind of have to see what the cards are. King of Pentacles coming through next, and the Three of Cups. Okay, so I'm going to explain a bit about the position of these cards. So the first two cards are talking about what you yourself can do in the situation to improve your current circumstances. And these other two cards are talking about what kind of support or help is coming in for you. So yeah, definitely at this time, what I feel that that your spirit guides are urging you to do is to keep pushing forward, is to keep like facing the challenges that are being that you are being faced with right now. And it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. I can see that with the 10 of Wands, but at the same time, this 10 of Wands is also telling me that it's not supposed to be easy. As I said, I feel like this is growing pains for you. And that's kind of exactly what these two cards are insinuating, that these are growing pains that you're going through, because it is supposed to be a lesson for you. It's supposed to be a part in your journey that really pushes you forward and that really helps you grow and kind of develop as a soul, develop as a person. Yeah, this is not a time to be looking for like an easy way out, or like, I feel like cutting corners or trying to divert your energy into something new so that you wouldn't have to deal with the heaviness that is the situation. And I mean, there is no sugarcoating this. There is no beating around the bush. I feel that this is heavy and you definitely feel it and you're definitely struggling with it. But I also feel that you have everything in your power that you need to go through this. You are definitely stronger than you know. And I feel like this lesson is exactly put on your path to prove it to you, to help you see that you are way stronger than you realize. And when you go through this lesson, when you come out of it on the other side, you actually have a lot more resilience. You actually have a lot more strength to face anything else that you may want to accomplish in your life. So again, this is actually such a beautiful growing lesson that you're going through. And what your spirit guides are urging you to do is to just keep pushing forward, even if you feel like giving up, even if you feel like this is too much for you to handle. Now, of course, please also don't push yourself to a breaking point, right? So please listen to your body, pay attention to how you're physically feeling. So if something is like too much for you, where you actually feel like you are going to break, then of course, listen to your body, respect what your body is telling you, and take the time to kind of regather your energy and then keep going. But what I'm saying here is that this 10 of Wands is not symbolizing for you to, like, as I said, to like break yourself, but the need to keep pushing no matter what. If something is put on your path and you feel like you would like to not deal with it or opt for an easier option, then I feel like that's not really the message here. Because I kind of get the sense that your spirit guides are saying that this lesson is put on your path for a reason. And when you go through it, like, you will be rewarded. You will be seeing some kind of very, very special results. Now, with this King of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, I also get the sense that there may be someone who is coming in to help you with the situation as well. With this King of Pentacles, I'm getting the sense that it may be another earth sign. They may be a Taurus, more specifically, but they may also be a Virgo or a Capricorn. So take it as it resonates. Or they don't even have to be an earth sign, but that's just kind of the energy that is coming through. But they are definitely someone who is kind of very well established, who is very secure in their own life, who has been through a lot of challenges themselves, who has achieved a lot, who has a lot to show for the life that they have led. And so they have a lot of expertise and a lot of really, really good advice to give you to help you make the best choices moving forward and to handle these difficult changes and situations that you may be facing right now. This person most likely is going to be someone who is older than you, someone who like may have their own business or may have some kind of like establishment that they run, or they may be like in a position of authority somehow. But in any case, they may be a father figure as well. But in any case, they definitely seem to be wanting to help you out, wanting to like either give you advice or actually help you out monetarily. But whatever way they decide to kind of chip in and lend their shoulder to you in these difficult times, I feel like you should really kind of use that, and not use that in like, I know it sounds bad saying use that, but it's just like, what your spirit guides are saying is that this person genuinely wants to help you. So if you have someone like that coming in offering you their support, offering you their advice or guidance, then definitely consider it. Definitely consider taking it and kind of making the most of it, because I feel like your challenges will be, like, you will be able to go through the challenges way more easily. Because with this Three of Cups over here, I definitely see that other people are playing a very crucial role in this kind of situation or challenge of yours that you're in right now. Other people's help and kind of guidance and advice is definitely something that will make this period for you a lot easier. And again, I do feel that there is a lot of like emotional support that is available to you should you want to use it. Because yeah, again, you don't have to accept the help. You don't have to accept or let anyone in on this process that you are going through. Because for some reason I'm kind of getting the sense that you may want to shield how difficult things really are for you, or you may not really be wanting to ask for help or accept help. Again, as I said, there is kind of like this Capricorn energy or like Virgo energy or like this Earth energy, very, very steady, very self-resilient, or self-reliant, I should say. Very resilient and very self-reliant energy coming through, which kind of gives me the impression that you are not one to easily ask for other people's help, and you more so want to kind of push things through on your own. But yeah, I feel that the spirit guides here are definitely advising you to use the help that is coming your way and to let other people help you however way they can, because I definitely feel that it is sincere and it is coming from a very good and very loving place. So yeah, and just you yourself, it's best to keep pushing forward and not letting the struggles kind of defeat you, because I do feel that there is something on the other side that is waiting for you. So just keep going, just keep pushing. But let's look at some final cards. These are 4 oracle cards that we have from your spirit guides to offer you some additional guidance or additional support that they wish to give you during this time with your current circumstances. So let's see. Beyond the ego, I'm sorry. Beyond the ego, surrender to the flow of life. What was I saying? I was just saying, it's so crazy how these cards sometimes come out and work together. I was just saying how I get this feeling that you may be a bit like prideful, or like not really wanting to ask for other people's help, not really wanting to let other people help you. But I feel like, again, I feel like your spirit guides are definitely urging you to do that. We also have spiritual connection. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Yeah, it definitely may be this King of Pentacles person over here who is trying to come in and help you. Now, even though, I forgot to say it, even though it is a king, it doesn't have to represent a male specifically. It could be a female as well. This is not a gender specific reading. This is just very like kind of supportive masculine energy wanting to come in, offering you something physical, something like tangible. Or if it is advice or expertise, it's kind of relying on past experience and a lot of past experience, a lot of past achievements. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And we have soulmate. Okay, so these 2 cards coming out together are definitely indicating that there may be a very, very important person coming in for you who wants to help you at this time. Or it might even be that on the other side of these struggles that you're going through, on the other side of that lesson, the reward that I was talking about earlier, that actually may be a soulmate or some kind of very, very significant person in your life, or who is going to play a very significant role in your life moving forward. And the last card that we have is meditation. So I feel like meditation is actually such a great piece of advice for you, because it's like, I feel like anything really that you can do to keep yourself grounded, to center yourself, to tap into your body, to kind of try and enhance the feeling of security as much as you possibly can. I feel like that is a very, very important step for you, because as I said, with all of these changes and these like turbulent energies that are happening around you, with all of these shifts that you are facing right now, I feel like any kind of security that you can hold on to is going to be immensely helpful for you. And And yeah, I feel like actually both of these cards together, because with the surrender to the flow of life, it's evident that this is some kind of like bigger orchestration for you that is put on your path to teach you a crucial lesson, to take you to like more abundance, more happiness, like something where you would be more aligned with your truth, with your higher self. So this is not to like punish you. This is to help you, push you forward, to help you grow, to help you expand and be able to live a life of more abundance, more joy, more fulfillment. And usually, in order to do that, in order to achieve these things that we truly want, the universe pushes us out of our comfort zones and really puts us to the test. So there is this need to go through the uncomfortable part first before we can reach our desired results. So yeah, again, this is definitely not an accident. This is definitely not a coincidence or any kind of punishment. So just try and kind of accept it for what it is, and kind of try and release the sense of control that you may be feeling or craving that you really have very strongly right now, because I kind of feel like that's something that is coming through, where you may be having this very, very strong need to have control over the situation, to have control of your current circumstances. And I feel like it's just not possible right now. And all you can really do is kind of keep putting one foot in front of the other, keep facing the challenges that are being put in front of you, keep like tackling them, overcoming them one by one. And even though it may feel really tiring, and even though you may not see any huge results straight away, like looking at this mountain here especially, like at one point you are going to reach the summit. At one point you are going to be on the other side of this battle that you are on. So yeah, and I do feel like the rewards are going to be so incredibly worth it, and that you are going to be so happy that you went through this. And again, I feel like for some of you, on the other side of this lesson, on the other side of this growth that you're going through, is actually a really, really significant connection for you, or a person that you have been kind of waiting for and hoping for, maybe even your whole life. So this is huge. This is absolutely like beautiful energy. But if you are not interested in love, if you already have a steady partner that you are happy with, I feel like this is just talking about this King of Pentacles person who may be a soulmate of yours, and it doesn't mean that it has to be romantic. We have soulmates among our family, our friends. So yeah, this could just be a member of your soul family, your soul tribe, who is coming in to help you kind of push forward and go through these lessons to kind of make it easier for you. And again, meditation as much as you possibly can. Keep yourself grounded, keep yourself centered, keep yourself in like a peaceful state. Try and get yourself in a state of meditation as much as possible. Or if you don't really like meditating, you can do other things to ground your energy, to kind of get into that peaceful state, whether that is yoga, whether that is any kind of other exercise, whether that is journaling or listening to music, or whatever really works for you. Do that. But I feel that meditation is just kind of like a symbol for you to really tap into like another, like higher dimensions and at the same time like keep yourself grounded, so to get yourself into this beautiful balance where you would be able to keep centered and steady as you're going through these changes and shifts. But this is a beautiful reading, pile number one. I feel like you are going through some very powerful changes, a very powerful transformation almost, I want to say. And at the end of it, again, I feel like this is going to be so worthwhile, and you are going to be so much more happy than you have ever been before. So I wish you all the best, and I see that your spirit guides are definitely here. They are definitely rooting for you. They are definitely keeping an eye on you as you are going through this, and again, I feel like support is coming in for you as well. So yeah, hang in there, and I am wishing you guys all the best. If you enjoyed this reading, if this resonated for you, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. You can leave me a comment in the comment section, or you can give me a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love to have you over here, and see you again in future readings. But yeah, if I don't see you in any of the other piles, I am sending you guys so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. You guys chose the Unakite stone. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's one of my favorite stones, and it is a terrific stone for the heart chakra to kind of instill more of unconditional love within yourself and to really tap into your heart space in general. So yeah, and of course, because it's green, it is also tied to like money and finances. So it's just, I love this stone. But anyway, let's get into your reading. I just quickly want to give you a quick disclaimer to please guys remember that this is still a general reading. So if anything that I'm saying is not resonating with your current circumstances, then don't try and make it fit. You don't have to accept those messages. Only take the parts that truly resonate with your current circumstances, and everything else you can leave behind, okay? If you do want a personal reading with me, you can go into the description box and you'll be able to find a link to my shop over there. I would love to have a reading with you, so definitely check that link out if you are interested. But let's get into your reading, pile number 2. So these 2 cards are going to tell us a bit about your current circumstances, what kind of energy or situation you find yourself in right now. So let's see. Wow, we have the crown chakra in reverse and authority. Wow, so this is a major arcana card, and this is kind of like a special card in the deck, one of the chakra cards, as you could already, I'm sure, guess. But wow, okay, so it is clear to me that at this time you may really be focused on building something, or really be focused on setting a very solid structure, very solid foundation for yourself, whether that is tied to your own business, whether that is tied to your money or your finances, whether that is tied to your home, or whether that is tied to like a relationship. If it is a relationship though, I kind of feel like it's more so like an official relationship, so like a marriage or any kind of other high level commitment. It's definitely not like a fling or any kind of situationship. Not maybe like, yeah, the relationship thing is coming through the least strong. So yeah, this feels very much like centered around you and around your own stability and your own kind of base or foundation. It feels like you are working very hard at kind of creating the kind of life that you want, and really focusing on taking charge of your own life, putting in your effort, putting in your time, putting in your resources, whatever they are, into creating the life that you truly want, creating the life that makes you happy. But with this crown chakra being in reverse over here, I kind of feel that there is a bit of a disconnection with your higher self, or with like your spiritual team in general. It seems to be that you are like very much focused on the material realm right now, focused on the 3D, as I said, like really putting your energy into the physical, tangible things. So working to get more money so that you could invest it in very like solid places, right? Or trying to build a house for yourself or something like that. I feel that it's very much related to the physical realm, and it's almost like, it's either like, okay, I'm getting like 2 scenarios. It's either that you don't have time to kind of tap into the spiritual side of things and to tap into like higher level connections with your spirit guides and with your higher self, or it's that you don't really believe in that, or it's that you don't really like have faith in that. It almost feels like, yeah, actually the other scenario feels a bit stronger. It almost feels like you have been let down, or you have been disappointed by the universe, by God, by spirit, whoever you resonate with. It feels like you have been disappointed, and so it's like you have decided to take matters into your own hands and work towards what it is that you want yourself, without the need to rely on like spiritual energies. You may be feeling like this is something that you feel very like good about, but at the same time I'm actually getting the message that you are kind of making the process more difficult for yourself. It's kind of like you are not getting the kind of the guidance and the advice that would really help you reach even higher or get even better results or achieve even more than you are achieving right now. So I feel that there is a certain like, it's again, I don't want to give you the wrong impression. I feel that you are doing an amazing job at working towards like really being the boss of your own life, really being the kind of like the person in charge of your own life and of your own destiny. But you could be even more successful, and I feel like it would possibly even happen a bit more easily if you were to connect to the spiritual side of things. Because with that crown chakra coming in or coming out in reverse, I definitely feel that this is an aspect of you that feels very much like cut off, and I do feel that it is kind of like your own decision or your own choice. So it's funny that I was talking about the kind of the financial, the monetary aspect of this green hue of the stone, because it feels like that's kind of where your focus is. And I really feel like, without even getting into the other cards and seeing what your spirit guides like want to support you in that way, I'm getting the message that at this time, I feel like your spirit guides want you to know that they may be able to kind of arrange things in a way that direct you or guide you to a path that is even more perfect for you than the one that you are working on right now. And I don't want to like I don't want to freak you out or anything. It's not that you are working towards the wrong thing or that you're not like in alignment with your path or anything like that. It's just that I feel that you may have a very like specific and a very concrete vision in your head what it is that you want to achieve and what kind of life you are trying to create for yourself, but it might be a bit too kind of like boxed in and restricted. It's almost like, you know, when horses have blinders on, it's like they can only see the thing or the road ahead of them. But in truth, there is like all of this other, all of the other like information, all of this other possibility that is surrounding them that they don't even see. And I feel like that's kind of the situation over here as well. So again, it's not to say that you are like working towards the wrong thing or that you are not aligned with your highest good or anything. It's just that I feel that you are kind of like missing out on a lot of really amazing opportunities and a lot of really amazing experiences because you're kind of like keeping to your own lane that you are that you have kind of like made up for yourself in your own mind. And because you're not allowing spirit to kind of connect with you and guide you, it's like you are missing out on all of the other things that are around you that you are not even seeing because you're so focused on this one thing that you're trying to do, okay, on this one vision that you have. So yeah, it's just that's just something that that I wanted to put out there. But generally speaking, I actually feel that you are doing like really well. I don't feel that there is anything like wrong or that there's any like very deep and dark heaviness with you. It's just more so that like you may be feeling a bit tired, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel like heavy or lost or confused or anything like that. So in that sense, we're off to a very strong start, pile number 2. But let's look at the support that your spirit guides want to give you. I feel for some reason that these messages are going to be super important, especially for you, because it seems that you are kind of like cutting off or not letting the spiritual side talk to you and guide you. Or channel messages through you. So, and you may not even be doing it intentionally, but I feel that for most of you, I feel like this is a conscious decision because of some kind of like disappointment that you had in the past where the universe or the spirit let you down or didn't kind of perform in the way that you were hoping for. Okay, anyway, let's see. We have King of Swords in reverse. The Hermit. Oh my god, this is so funny. I'm going to tell you why in just a sec. We also have the Knave of Wands or the Page of Wands in reverse. And we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Yeah, so these two cards over here are talking about what you yourself can do to improve your current situation. And these two cards are talking about the kind of help that is going to be coming in for you. So the reason I was like chuckling over here is because I feel like, especially with the King of Swords coming out, I kind of feel like this is representing you. Now, with this Authority card, which is actually the Emperor card, you may be an Aries yourself, or you may be a Scorpio, or you may be any other fixed sign. So you could be a Taurus, a Leo, a Scorpio, or an Aquarius. Yeah. Any of those signs. You could be any of those signs. But yeah, I definitely feel that this King of Swords is representing you. And it is, with it coming out in reverse, I feel that what your spirit guides are trying to tell you right now is that it might be a good idea to kind of come out of your head a bit, or to kind of like maybe put yourself in a position where you allow other ideas to emerge, other like new directions, new thoughts to kind of emerge and kind of guide you in a different way. As I was saying before, I feel that you are very much like keeping yourself in a very strict mindset right now. There's this one very specific goal that you're working towards, and I feel like everything else you are not even like really considering, or you're not allowing yourself to get distracted by anything. But I do feel like, as I was saying again, that I feel like you are kind of missing out by doing that. And I feel that your spirit guides are definitely kind of reinforcing that message with these cards coming out over here. Especially with the Hermit coming out as well. This is again talking about like going within, really tuning into your deeper, more like mystical senses, more of these intelligent centers that are not tied to your brain, that are not tied to your head, but are tied to that like deep gut feeling, those like weird instincts and nudges that you get that really like point you towards doing things. But like that kind of information is coming from your intuition, right? It's not coming from you using your rational mind to work towards something. It's letting these answers, letting these like voices come up from these like more mysterious places within you. So I feel like, again, what your spirit guides are really urging you to do is to get back in touch with your spiritual side, with your intuition, and kind of tap out of that very, very heavy masculine energy that you're in right now. And even though we're talking about masculine energies here, it doesn't have to mean that you have to be a male yourself. We're just talking about energy, and everyone has both masculine and feminine energy. So even if you are a female, this could still apply to you. But yeah, this is very, very heavy masculine energy, which is, again, masculine energy is all about doing. It's all about taking action. It's all about pushing forward and making things happen, right? Whilst the feminine is the receptive part, and the feminine waits, the feminine listens, the feminine like searches in more subtle ways. So I feel like that's really what your spirit guides are urging you to do right now, to kind of like, again, be able to use the situation that you are in to the fullest extent that you possibly can. Because again, with this King of Swords coming out in reverse, again, I feel that you don't have the full picture. You don't have all of the information that would be helpful to you. So it's really important that you take the time to allow yourself to kind of get in touch with your higher self, with your spirit guides, and really tune into what it is that they are trying to tell you and how they are trying to guide you. And again, I'm not saying over here that you are doing anything wrong by like pushing forward and being very assertive, being very active. It is a very, very positive thing. I just feel that you kind of have to balance it out with this Hermit card over here, where you are allowing yourself to to kind of tap in internally into those deeper senses, and getting like a fuller picture by listening to that information, and then pushing forward, then putting that information that you get to action or into use. Now, I don't know why, it's kind of strange, but with you, even though, as I said, these two cards were supposed to represent the kind of help coming in for you, but I'm actually getting a bit of a different message over here. I kind of feel like all of these 4 cards are actually giving you advice on how to proceed yourself, because it's almost like you are in such a heavy energy of doing everything yourself and only trusting yourself to be able to achieve the results that you are looking for. So it's almost like you're not trusting anyone else to come in and help you. So I feel like that's why the messages here are more so targeted at what you yourself can do. Because I almost get the sense that even if Spirit tried to kind of like put someone on your path to come in and help you, it's almost like you wouldn't really let them in anyway, or you wouldn't really let them help you. So yeah, it's with this four of coins in reverse and the Page of Wands coming out in reverse, I feel like your spirit guides are really urging you to, again, to kind of let go of this like very tight grip that you have on a very specific mindset, or a very specific like vision or target that you have. I feel like what is asked of you here is to kind of put yourself in more you know what I mean. Experimental, is that a word? You know, where you like where you are open to more things, where you're willing to try new things that you haven't tried before, and you don't have any expectations about how this thing is going to turn out. With this, whatever it is that you're working towards, I feel very heavy expectations. It's almost like you have this very specific vision and you are not willing to accept anything else other than that vision that you have. And again, I feel that what your spirit guides are really trying to kind of tell you here is that it's actually better for you to kind of let go of this like very, very restricted, very limited vision that you have, and kind of broaden your mind a bit, open yourself up to trying new things and to allowing new experiences and unexpected experiences and opportunities to present themselves to you, and taking advantage of those experiences and opportunities, and not turning them away simply because you feel like they don't line up to your vision or they don't line up to your goal. They may take you down a path that may not like make sense to you straight away, but it might be like a very, very beneficial path for you, and it may actually bring you to a point that is way more enriching than your original vision or your original plan would have been. So again, I just feel like your spirit guides are trying their hardest to connect with you and to like be able to guide you to new roads, new opportunities, new experiences. But in order for them to do that, you really kind of have to let them in. You have to kind of relinquish, is that a right word? You know, like release this very, very tight hold that you have on whatever it is that you are working towards. So, or whatever it is that you are building. So yeah, I feel like just taking it all together in a very short and sweet way, I would just say that your spirit guides, they just really want to help you. They really want to be a part of your journey. They want to make this progress of yours easier, but they are asking you to let them in and to let them guide you, to let them talk to you, to let them kind of open up new doors for you so that you could have an even more enriching experience. Okay? But yeah, again, you kind of have to like put down the reins in a way and allow spirit to kind of co-create with you, because right now it seems that you are doing it all solo. You are so like, you're just running the whole show by yourself, and I feel like you are you're not letting spirit or your spirit guides or any of those like external energetic forces come in and support you in any way. So yeah, anyway, let's move forward to these oracle cards over here, and see what last messages of support or guidance your spirit guides want to give you regarding this situation. So let's see what else they have to say. Time to play, make time to dance and play. Exactly. What was I saying? Like, you kind of have to have the time to take it a bit more easy, to really unwind, to really let yourself just be and relax. And as you do that, again, it's like it kind of allows you to have the time to actually listen to the very, very crucial, very, very necessary advice, so that you could move forward in the most like beneficial way, and so that you wouldn't just keep like pushing yourself and pushing yourself and pushing yourself, and never giving yourself the chance to actually like take a breather, stop for a second, and like, as you are recharging your batteries, ask yourself whether you're still like going in the right direction, or whether there is anything that you could do differently, whether there's anything that you could improve upon, and all those kinds of very, very necessary questions. So yeah, this is definitely a very important piece of advice for you, both so that you could like not burn yourself out, but also so that you could listen to the very necessary advice and very, very important and beneficial information for you, and reach your destination in the best way. Okay, we also have look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. Yeah, I mean, it's clear that you are very strong. There's no question about that. But I feel like this inner strength again that we're talking about, it's actually funny as well that it's coming out right under the Hermit card, because I feel like that's also why this Hermit came out, because it's like, again, it's talking about all of this like all of these inner resources that you are not using right now, because you're not allowing yourself to kind of connect to the spiritual side of things. And that again includes like the spiritual knowledge that is within you as well, not just outside of you with your spirit guides and your higher self and all of that, but it's also within you. So I feel like this is a very important message for you to tune in. We also have courage, okay? And we have light beings. Okay, so it's interesting that your spirit guides are asking you to have courage and to be strong and all of that. I feel like I almost feel like what they are saying is that they are like applauding you on doing such a great job at like managing everything and really pushing forward and having a lot of this like resolve and self-reliance that you clearly have right now. But I'm also kind of feeling that the reason why this like courage is here, or what it is also talking about, is like there are different kinds of courage, right? Like, you can be the kind of courageous who like goes out and like pushes all of the obstacles down and forces through whatever is put on their path. But you could also be the kind of courageous who like allows themselves to be vulnerable, who allows themselves to be in situations where they don't feel confident, where they don't feel safe, where they feel like exposed, or where they feel uncertain, where they don't know what is going to happen. And I kind of feel like that's why this courage is coming through. It's almost talking about like you being courageous enough to trust the universe, to trust your higher self, to trust your spirit guides, and to trust these inner answers that are coming through for you from deeper places than your mind. So it's kind of a message of like letting down these very, very tough and heavy and thick walls and barriers that you are surrounded by, where you are not allowing like any other energy to come in. And I feel like it is somewhat of a challenge for you to put yourself out of that very, very comfortable and safe position that you are in, and like allowing these external energies to influence you. I feel that it is somewhat of a scary thing for you because, as I said, I'm getting a very strong feeling that you have already been let down in the past, or there has been a very strong like sense of disappointment, which has urged you to kind of take matters into your own hands and go solo on this. But I feel like what your spirit guides are asking you to have is the courage to open up again, to give it another go, to like try again, see what happens, just try again. And with the light beings coming out here as well, I feel like this is just talking about your spiritual team, the support system around you, who you most likely are not able to see on or in the 3D, but who are there to guide you, who are there to help you move forward in this lifetime. And again, I feel like this is a cry for help from your spirit guides. I feel like your spirit guides are just really, really wanting to reconnect with you and really wanting to be a part of your life on a more active level. But again, it's like you have put up this really, really thick wall that they can't really reach you. You have cut off this connection with them, so they're having a very hard time connecting with you. And I just feel like all of these cards really are just urging you to kind of allow yourself to take the time to be able to connect with them again, and to trust, to put yourself in a position where you are allowing these energies to come in and help you, even if you felt like they let you down previously, or even if you feel like, you know, you can do it all by yourself. Yeah, your spirit guides really want to make this journey easier and more enjoyable for you. So again, it's not like you have to do anything, right? This is not like giving you orders or anything like that. It's only to give you the information that your spirit guides want you to know, and it is absolutely up to you whether you want to do that or whether you don't want to do that, and whether you want to keep working as you have. But yeah, I feel like this would be a really good thing for you. So if there's anything that I want you to take away from this reading, pile number 2, is that you are doing an amazing job. You are doing so well, and you should be super proud of yourselves. But please consider allowing your spiritual team to help you moving forward, so that you could have a more enriching experience, and so that you could maybe even reach results or achieve things that you can't even imagine right now, or that you can't even think of yourself right now. And also be able to have more fun while you are doing that, while you're working towards your results, right? Because it doesn't have to be like all work and no play, and this very strict grinding energy. It doesn't have to be that way. And I feel like that's kind of what your spiritual team is trying to stress here. So yeah, again, absolutely up to you whether you want to take that advice on board, whether you want to kind of open up, and whether you want to reconnect to your more spiritual side, or whether you want to keep moving forward as you have. Absolutely up to you. There's no right or wrong here. It's just that your spirit guides really want to be a part of it. So yeah, that's the message that they have for you, pile number 2. And it was a very, very interesting one, I do have to say. And I was kind of shocked to see this reading turn out the way that it did. It was very interesting for me as a reader. So I really enjoyed delivering these messages to you, and I hope that they were interesting for you as well. If you resonated with this story, if this made sense to you, or if you got anything useful from this at all, I would love it if you let me know somehow. You can give me a thumbs up. You can leave me a comment if you want to be, like if you want to leave me more details, I would love to know. And also, if you decided to subscribe and stick around for future readings, I would love that the most, because I really would like to hang out with you in the future as well. Thank you so much, pile number 2. If you're not deciding to watch any of the other piles, then I am sending you guys so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, and I truly do hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. You guys chose the Peach Moonstone. Absolutely gorgeous, very, very sweet and gentle stone over here. I love meditating with it, and I love putting it underneath my pillow because it is a moonstone. It is definitely tied more so to the feminine, more so to the dream realm, and to your like third eye, your psychic gifts, your intuition, and all of that good stuff. So yeah, it is one very, very magical stone. But yeah, let's get into your reading, pile number 3. Now, I just want to remind you quickly that this is still a general reading, okay? So if anything comes through this reading that you are not resonating with, you don't have to try and force it to fit your current circumstances. You can just kind of leave that part out, or let it kind of go in one ear and go out the other. I don't know what the right expression is, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. So yeah, you don't have to take any parts that don't resonate with you. And if you do want a personal reading with me, you can go into the description box and you'll be able to find my the link to my store and book a reading with me. And I would love to do a personal reading for you. So if you are interested, definitely check that out. But having said all of that, let's get into your reading. So let's see what is happening with you. These 2 cards are going to give us an overview of your current energy and your current circumstances. So, wow, we have sacrifice in reverse and accelerated motion in reverse. Okay, that is so very interesting. Like, it's kind of bizarre that these 2 cards are coming out together, but it's also kind of fascinating. So in traditional tarot terms, I'm just going to tell you, the sacrifice card is the Hanged Man and the accelerated motion is the 8 of Wands. But the thing that I'm actually feeling with both of these cards coming out together, it's almost like you have come out of a very long, very, very long lasting period of like non-movement, things like just moving along in a very, very slow pace, nothing really happening, nothing really changing. And I feel like things have just been kind of still, almost like standing still and stagnant for the longest time. And even though you feel really ready to come out of it, even though I feel like you have, like you feel this energy around you, that now it's time to move, now it's time to like shift and change and like start making things happen again. It's almost like nothing is still happening, or things are happening more slowly than you would like them to. I'm also kind of getting the message that for some of you it could be that the kind of the stagnation period that you were in for a very long time, it's like you feel that it's time to kind of get things moving again, but at the same time it's like you're finding it very, very difficult to come out of that energy and to actually start moving forward in any direction. It might be because you're kind of so used to being in that like really, really mellow energy, almost like that 2020 energy when everyone was in like hibernation, or everyone was like constantly at home, constantly like just sitting with themselves and nothing really happening. Like that kind of energy is what I'm feeling with the sacrifice card. And it's like you are just so used to that energy that you don't really know how to like turn your gears up again and like really get moving. So it may be almost like a foreign concept for you in a way. But for others of you, I feel that you just like don't have a sense of like a clear direction, or you don't have a clear like result or destination that you would want to work towards. So there is just a lot of haziness. I'm actually getting like both of these cards together are reminding me of the Moon card, if you're familiar with tarot. And because we're dealing with the Moonstone as well, it feels very like very apt. So I kind of feel like the moon energy. It's like yeah, it's like you should move, it's like you should be getting things going, but you're finding it very difficult to actually do that. Again, whether things are just like not moving around you, or whether like things are still standing still around you, or whether you yourself are finding it difficult to adjust to that kind of more driven, more fiery energy, or you don't know exactly what to move towards, like you don't have a clear vision in your head. Very slow, very flowy energy, very like dreamy, very hazy. I'm actually getting a lot of Pisces, and this card is actually a card of Pisces, so you may be a Pisces, or you may have a lot of Piscean energy in your birth chart. But yeah, this feels very Piscean. Almost like you are in this like alternate reality where it's like everything is just kind of moving in slow motion, and you are finding it very difficult to make sense of things, and you're finding it very difficult to like perform or function like a normal, like quote unquote normal human being in this modern day society. I feel like you're really struggling coming out of that like hazy energy. And again, I do feel that that's the kind of energy that you have been in for a very, very, very long time. And you're just struggling. I feel like you're struggling making sense of things. I feel like you're struggling making things happen. I feel like you're struggling actually starting to bring about change in your life, or moving in a new direction in your life. So this is very heavy, like comfort zone energy that I'm getting here. And the main reason is most likely like fear, that you just like, there is too much uncertainty, there is too much like unknown around you or outside of you, so you just don't really feel like stepping into that because you're so used to being in this energy. Yeah, I don't know, it's really bizarre energy, and I hope that I was able to like describe it somewhat, or that you would be able to like make sense of what I was saying, as confusing as it may have sounded. But I do feel that this whole energy is really confusing. It actually does feel like a dream. I feel like you may be having a hard time like actually distinguishing whether you are dreaming, whether something is real, whether something is not real. Or you may even be like not actually remembering like what is happening, what day it is, what day it was, whether something actually happened in real life, or whether that was something that you saw in a dream. Like that's the kind of thing that I feel in. I feel like that may be the best way to describe this energy. It's like you are having a hard time differentiating between what is real and what's not, like what's a dream or what's a fantasy. It's very much this like very uncertain, very hazy energy, very like mysterious, and like a lot of full of illusions is also what I'm kind of feeling here. But anyway, if you are resonating with that very, very weird, very uncertain, very like flowy energy that I was describing, then this is definitely the right pile for you. And let's look at what kind of supportive messages your spirit guides want to give you right now. So let's see. Wow, we have the Fool. Yeah. Oh my God, and the Hanged Man again, but it's coming out upright this time. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands and the Five of Chalices, or the Five of Cups. Okay, so the first two cards over here are talking about what you yourself can do to improve your current circumstances. And these other two cards are talking about what kind of help is coming your way. So straight off the bat, with the Fool coming out with the Hanged Man, this could not be any more plain. Your spirit guides are urging you to step into the new, even though it is scary, even though you may want to stay in this Hanged Man energy, in this like suspended, that's the one. In this like suspended energy where you are not fully in one world and you're not fully in the other world. It's like you are very much in this like weird in between liminal space. That's what your energy feels like. And again, even though this may be something that you feel very comfortable in, your spirit guides are saying that it is time to push yourself out of that comfort zone. It's time to put yourself in the uncomfortable position, in the unknown, in the uncertain, and just see what happens. Because the Fool is all about like taking that leap of faith, putting yourself in unfamiliar waters and seeing whether you can swim or not. And it's like there's no time to like hesitate, there's no time to analyze. It's just about taking that step and doing it, taking that step and pushing yourself off that ledge, as dramatic as that sounds, and seeing what happens. And like, I know that it, like, please don't take it in a literal way, okay? please don't take it in a literal way. Just like symbolically speaking or metaphorically speaking, it's definitely time for you to try out something different, try something new, and get yourself in new energy in like whatever way that translates for you. Whether this comfort zone is talking about your home, where your living space, whether it's talking about a relationship that you have been in for way too long and that isn't actually like making you happy, or it's actually not moving anywhere. Whether it's talking about a workplace or like a career position that you have stayed in for a very long time, but there are no like future prospects, or there's no way for you to like advance in your career, or there's nowhere else to go. Whatever this is talking about, it's clear that you are asked to put yourself in new energy, put yourself in new situations, and like embrace the unknown, embrace the unfamiliar, and just see what happens. That's truly what your spirit guides want you to do right now. Now with the 7 of Wands and this 5 of Chalices over here, I kind of feel like the kind of help that is coming in for you is that most likely you are going to have some kind of like epiphany. I feel like you are going to be illuminated to something, especially with like the Hanged Man coming out twice for you. I feel like you are going to have some sort of illumination about like how staying in this position that you have been in for a long time and just like grabbing on with like everything that you have, right? Not really wanting to let go, not wanting to put yourself in this new position because it feels scary. I feel like you are going to have a very clear epiphany about how this like holding on is actually not working for you, how it's actually making you more miserable, how it's actually like not filling your cup up, not offering you the kind of emotional fulfillment that you are looking for. So I feel like that sense of like unhappiness or unfulfillment, like something is missing, or like something that you are looking for is not there. Like that kind of emotional lack, I feel, is going to be made very, very clear for you. So it's almost like you are being like forced by the universe, by your higher self, by your spirit guides to leave the situation, because holding on to it and fighting for something that doesn't actually even make you happy, I feel like it's going to be just made so completely evident for you, so unmistakably clear for you, that there is just no point in holding on to something that isn't worth holding on to. So I kind of feel like that's the kind of help that is going to be coming in for you, that you will be forced in this direction, because ultimately this new energy is going to be offering you the kind of experiences that you are missing out on right now, that you're not able to experience because you are sitting in this very, very like stagnant energy, and it's beyond time to let it go and to step into something new. And for some of you, and I like, please don't like freak out or anything. This is not like a warning or anything like that. But I just feel that the way it may be manifesting for you, the way that this realization may be coming about, is that I feel like there is going to be some kind of like emotional low point that you're going to be going through. And that is only for those of you I feel like this is kind of like the extreme case, and that is only for those of you who are not willing to step out of your comfort zone yourself, or who is not willing to let go of this stagnant situation that you are in. Yeah, I just kind of feel like the universe and your spirit guides, like they are just going to try to like push you or nudge you in the new direction. And those who are like kind of fighting back or not really like wanting to go in the new direction, I almost feel like there is some kind of like a small tower moment or something like that is like where the universe is just like kind of just forcing you, basically. So I feel like the situation is something that you have full control over with the Fool over here. It's like it's all in your hands to release yourself of this really weird, really hazy, really like in between energy that you are in, and put yourself in some like really cool and really like fresh new experiences. But again, for those of you who are like not allowing yourself to do that, or who are just desperately holding on to the old, I feel like kind of the universe is kind of stepping in, or is going to be stepping in, and again like really like driving the point home for you, to the point where it's just like you can't ignore it anymore, or you can't stay in the old and stagnant energy anymore. But it's kind of like it's kind of like a two-sided thing, right? Like as you are going through this, because like no one likes change, no one likes to be taken out of their comfort zone and being faced with like some kind of unfamiliar ground that they don't know how to navigate. Like no one likes that. But that kind of initial uncomfortable feeling, or that kind of initial pain that change brings, is like it's going to be so worth it when at the end of it you actually find happiness, when you actually find fulfillment, when you actually realize your dreams, or when like you get the kind of life that you didn't even know that you could have. Like getting to that destination is so going to make the initial discomfort worth it, right? But I know that it's very difficult to think about that like long-term prospect or that long-term reward, because we're creatures of habit, right? And we like to stay in the places where we feel snuggly and cozy and safe and comfortable. So yeah, I just feel like even though the universe may be like kind of pushing you towards the new direction and really highlighting how the situation is not making you happy, how it's not fulfilling your dreams and your desires, even though that part is like uncomfortable and it's painful and it's, you know, no one really wants to go through that. Again, when you actually do step into the new energy, and when you do go through these like amazing, cool, unexpected situations and experiences, like that's when you actually realize why that was a good thing, why the universe pushed you, why your spirit guides pushed you. Because truthfully, if we're like completely honest with ourselves, we would never leave our comfort zone. We would never do anything to change up our circumstances if we weren't forced to, if like life didn't throw these like, you know, hurdles on our path. If everything were just smooth sailing all the time, then we wouldn't ever try anything that is uncomfortable or scary or painful or anything like that. We just wouldn't do it. And so we also wouldn't really get anywhere new. We wouldn't achieve anything. We wouldn't grow. And yeah, I kind of feel like that's the message here, really, that your spirit guides are wanting to convey. That it is absolutely the time for you to get moving to a new direction or to new energies. And I feel like there is going to be kind of like, you are going to be pushed in that direction if you don't feel like, or if you don't kind of do it yourself, if you don't do it willingly, then I do feel that the universe is kind of stepping in and starting to nudge you. And again, I don't want you to like get freaked out or be scared by that, because it doesn't have to mean that something like I don't know, very scary, very terrible, very painful is going to happen. It doesn't have to mean that at all. It can be like little things where the universe is kind of like giving you signs and nudges and trying to force you in the right direction. Okay, so yeah, I hope that that made sense. I hope that it wasn't too confusing and that you weren't scared off by that, because as I said, ultimately this is for the benefit of you. This is for the highest good of you. This is so that you could leave this situation that is just like kind of holding you in place, like that is holding you stuck or keeping you stuck in a situation that is not actually, that you don't need to be stuck in. And it's allowing you to actually lead the life that is in alignment with your highest good, that is actually fulfilling your deepest desires, that you may not even be aware of yet, but that will be revealed to you once you like try out new things, right? Because how would you know otherwise? You wouldn't. So yeah, this is ultimately for the benefit of you. So very exciting things, actually. This is a very exciting reading. But I do realize that like taking the initial steps and actually putting yourself in the uncomfortable position, that's not an easy thing to do. So yeah, I completely understand what you're going through if you're resonating with this. But let's look at these oracle cards as well that your spirit guides want to give you. So these are just some last additional guidance or messages of support that they want to give you regarding your current circumstances to, you know, to help you move towards your highest good. Let's see. Oh, wow. Ending a trauma, transform memories and symptoms. Oh my goodness. Like, yeah, I feel like whatever this is, whatever this stagnant energy is, it's definitely clear that it's very difficult for you to leave it behind. And for some of you, it could be tied to some kind of trauma as well. I'm really sorry if it is. We have take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. So I feel like this take a chance is really like the most important keyword here, where it's like you kind of need to take a risk here. This is very evident. Oh wow, look at that, Phoenix rising. And I just noticed we have number 23 and we have number 32, so you're kind of getting like 23 32 or 2332. That's a beautiful numerical sequence. Yeah, and again, I do like look at that, like seriously, do you see these cards? Like take a chance on love and Phoenix rising. Even talk like the card actually says, when we love, our lives are changed forever. Like this is talking about some kind of major shift that is happening for you. Transform memories and symptoms. It's very clear that something old that you are desperately clinging on to, it's time for that to go, because new ventures, new experiences, like new situations are waiting for you. And I feel like it is going to be a completely transformative experience, where it's almost like you actually like come to life, or you may not even recognize your own life. You may not even be able to believe that that's what your life could be. Maybe it's the kind of life that you step into that you never knew that you could have. I think I even actually said something like that previously already, or that I already mentioned something like that. So it's like I feel that these oracle cards are just confirming that. Oh wow, look at that. 44, expansion. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you have some very special cards, pile number 3. And again, like it's crazy. Expansion, exactly. It's time for you to grow. It's time for you to see what else is out there, to put yourself out there, to go out and live life. It's wow, because again, I feel like there is so much promise that is waiting for you on the other side. And this Fool is kind of like, it's kind of like an enigma. Like you don't know what you're stepping into, and you don't know what is going to be waiting for you on the other side. But I'm seeing here that whatever it is, it's going to be just like a completely new step on your journey, a completely new chapter, and it's going to be something absolutely amazing. I'm even looking at like how this little boat is moving towards this door, and it's interesting as well that this is kind of like a spiral as well that is sucking you in, right? And like they are basically, this boat is going to all of this, it's going towards this beautiful, colorful lit up, amazing world that is like, it almost looks like it's not real. It almost looks like some kind of fantasy land. So I don't know, it's just, this is all talking about like, I'm kind of getting a sense of like rebirth here with this Phoenix rising especially. It's like when you take the risk, when you actually allow yourself to put yourself in this unfamiliar situation and stepping into like foreign grounds, right? When you allow your heart to guide you, when you allow your spirit guides to guide you, again, we have this Moonstone, right? Don't forget, this is a very spiritual stone. This is very much tied to your crown chakra and your third eye and to your intuition. Like, I feel that all of these beautiful senses and your heart space, they are waiting to guide you towards absolutely amazing things, where you are able to like leave the past pain and the past hurt and the past disappointments and all of that behind, like the past confusion behind, and step into something truly magical. But again, it has to be the risk that you take. It has to be something that you are like willingly stepping into and trusting that you are going to have a beautiful rebirth, that you are going to have a fresh new beginning, that this is not going to be some sort of like terrifying dramatic ending for you. It's going to be a beautiful new start, a beautiful fresh new page that is waiting for you. That's it. I feel like if I keep going on any further, I'm just going to end up repeating myself over and over again, and there's really no point in doing that because the cards are all talking about the same thing. These cards over here are talking about the same thing, and I feel like I've really been reiterating the same message like 3 times. It's kind of what I'm feeling. But yeah, I mean, I know that it may sound a bit scary. I know that it may sound like, you know, it's not maybe something that you are very willing to do here. But oh my goodness, like this is going to be such a magical turnaround. Like it truly, truly is. And I feel like, again, at the end of it, like when you actually do put yourself in this unfamiliar situation, you're going to be so happy that you did. You are going to be amazed. Like I truly, truly feel that it is going to be a whole turnaround. So even though it definitely, I am sure this wasn't the easiest message to hear, but that's not truly how spirit works, right? We always get the messages that we need to hear, and sometimes the messages that we need to hear give us a bit of a kick in the butt and get us on our way, right? Yeah, I feel like that's exactly what this was. That your spirit guides are basically giving you a little bit of a kick in the butt and telling you to get a move on. And yeah, again, I feel like you're not doing it all alone. Like they are there for you, and they are definitely going to be like nudging you in the right direction as well. They're going to make it very, very clear for you, super evident. So you can't really be like confused about that. I feel like you're going to have a very clear understanding about the situations that are not for you, that are not serving you, that are not making you happy. But okay, I promise I'm going to stop repeating myself now. So thank you so much, pile number 3, for watching this reading. If you are still here with me, thank you so much. You are a true warrior, and yeah, and you should be really proud of yourselves, because again, this is definitely not the easiest message to listen to, and I am sure that there were several people who didn't even bother listening to this message, you know, until the end. So if you're still here, you are a complete trooper, and you are already way more strong than you know, okay? So yeah, I hope that this reading resonated for you though. I hope that it made sense to you and that it gave you something useful to consider. If that's the case, I would love it if you let me know somehow. You can leave me a thumbs up, you can leave me a comment as well. I would love to hear from you. And I would love it the most if you decided to subscribe and stick around so that we could hang out in the future. But yeah, that's it. If I don't see you in any of the other piles, then please take care of yourselves. My sweet pile number 3, you absolutely got this. And again, you are way stronger than you realize, and there are some amazing things waiting for you on the other side, right? On the other side of this door to new experiences. So yeah, hang in there. So much love and light coming to you, coming your way, and I truly do hope to see you very, very soon in one of my next readings. Bye bye.